North Atlantic, 1 a.m., November 1st, 1943. In a storm that could break steel, a 4-year-old destroyer hunts a predator beneath the waves. Her name, USS Borie. At her helm stands Lieutenant Charles Hutchins, just 30 years old. His ship is outdated, her steel thin, her weapons limited. But tonight, he carries the weight of every convoy crossing these waters. 5 miles away, another hunter waits. U-405, a German Type 8C submarine, surfaced under cover of darkness. Batteries charging, crew unaware of what is about to come.
Propellers, high speed, bearing 90. Captain, it's closing fast.
What followed would not be a duel of depth charges and torpedoes, but something far stranger. A knife fight in a phone booth in the middle of the Atlantic.
Contact! 8,000 yards, bearing 170.
The screen comes alive, a ghostly blip, distant but steady. For Hutchins, this is the moment every destroyer captain waits for and dreads.
Turn 170, flank speed! High-speed ship, bearing 90. No question, Herr Cologne, it's coming for us.
Hauptmann knows instantly. There are no friendly ships here. This can only be American. He has seconds to choose, and he makes the call.
Alarm! Prepare to dive! Battle stations! Sir, contact lost.
The blip vanishes. For Hutchins, a chill runs down his spine. The U-boat is gone, and that can only mean one thing. The Germans know he's here. Now begins the deadliest game of all. Cat and mouse in the dark.
Contact! 2,000 yards, bearing 170. Steady, turn 170. Bring us around. Easy now.
Destroyers like Borie were never meant to duel battleships. Their job was this: chase shadows beneath the waves and kill them before they could strike. Tonight, that mission becomes brutally clear. Sonar and depth charges, the twin weapons that turned the tide in the Battle of the Atlantic. By late 1943, America's hunter-killer group's escorts built around carriers like USS Card were no longer waiting for U-boats to strike. They were hunting them, one by one, in the vast cold Atlantic.
Prepare port launchers! Stand by! Hold! 300 yards! Fire! Flooding in the bow, Herr Cologne. We can't hold it.
Hauptmann knows the truth. Submerged, a U-boat cannot fight flooding. Pressure will crush them before they can patch a single leak. There is only one choice left.
Surface! Surface! Man the guns!
The trap is sprung. The hunter has become the hunted. And what comes next is a battle no destroyer crew ever trained for.
Surface! On our stern! Submarine! On the surface!
Like a steel beast rising from the deep, U-405 bursts into the storm. For Hutchins and his men, the nightmare has become real. A U-boat fight on the surface, in the middle of a gale.
Fire! Fire! Keep the barrels hot!
The Germans unleash their 20mm cannons, spraying fire across Borie's decks. Shells slam into steel, superstructure shatters. American sailors dive for cover.
All guns! Local control, pointer fire! Hit that conning tower!
Hutchins knows there's no time for perfect firing solutions. He gives the order. Free fire. Every gun, big or small, pours steel into the enemy.
Man the 88! Schnell! We need the 88 now!
The 88mm deck gun, the deadliest weapon a U-boat could bring to the surface. One hit could cripple Borie. The Germans know it. So does Hutchins.
Their 88 is gone!
The shells crash into U-405's forecastle. The deck gun, its brave crew, and the last hope of turning the fight gone in a single strike. This is the cruel reality. A U-boat on the surface is no match for a destroyer. Its hull was built for stealth, not armor. Its deck was meant for torpedoes, not artillery duels. But make no mistake, had that 88 fired just once, it could have torn Borie open. In this storm, one lucky shell might have ended everything. She's still afloat. Damn it, conning tower hits won't sink her. We need a fatal blow. Hutchins understands. Gunfire alone won't do it. A U-boat can take punishment on the surface, its compartments sealed, its crew stubborn. If Borie wants to end this fight, it will take something far more brutal. The duel is far from over. The storm rages, both ships scarred, both captains desperate. And soon, Hutchins will make a decision that defies every naval manual ever written.
Ram it! Stand by for impact! All hands, brace!
It's the last
Abandon ship!
order anyone
Abandon ship!
expects from a destroyer captain. But Hutchins knows, gunfire won't end this. Only steel against steel can finish the fight.
Hold on! She's hitting us broadside!
The collision tears open both ships. Borie's thin Clemson-class hull buckles. Her propellers bite into the U-boat's skin,
Hold
jamming
the line,
tight.
men!
The two enemies, locked together, become one screaming mass of steel in the storm.
Men up! Attack! Bring every weapon to the deck!
What follows is something no naval manual ever imagined. A gunfight at spitting distance. Destroyer against U-boat, sailor against sailor.
Keep firing! Don't let them man the deck! Reload! Schnell! Reload! All
This is
hands,
no
man your
longer naval
stations.
warfare. This is a street fight on steel decks. Thompson submachine guns roar. Lugers crack. Flares fire like fireworks into screaming men.
Get back,
Historians
you!
would call
Never!
it later a knife fight in a phone booth. And it was no exaggeration. Men used whatever they could. Grabbed flare pistols, shell casings, even kitchen knives. For Hutchins, ramming was the only chance. Borie was an old Clemson-class destroyer, thin-skinned, undergunned. He knew his ship couldn't trade shells forever. He gambled everything on one brutal strike. But
Secure the
that
hatch.
gamble
Get the
cut
pumps
both
online.
ways. The collision left his own hull bleeding. Seawater poured in, turbines strained. The ship groaned under tons of Atlantic fury.
We are still afloat! Hold the line! Prepare torpedoes if we must!
Incredibly, U-405 refused to die. Scarred, battered, stripped of guns but still afloat. For the Germans, survival itself was defiance. For Hutchins, it was a nightmare. The fight he had gambled everything on was far from finished. Two ships, locked together in the storm. Two crews, fighting face to face. And still, the U-boat lived. The ram had not ended it. It had only escalated the chaos. Hopman makes a desperate choice. The U-405, scarred but still afloat, swings around. His last weapon,
torpedo, quickly up.
torpedoes.
Get it
One
now.
hit could tear Borie
Hold
apart.
up, push it, bring her around! Prepare tubes 1 and 2! Target the destroyer!
Then, Hutchins plays his hand. The searchlight, the very beam that guided his gunners, goes dark. In an instant, the storm swallows everything.
Captain, the light is gone. Maybe they have lost us.
Hopman
Quiet, sir.
dares to believe.
Slip away.
In the dark, maybe he can escape. He
Helm hard
aborts
to
the
starboard.
torpedo
Full speed
run,
ahead.
orders a turn to starboard. But Hutchins never lost him. Radar kept the picture clear all along.
There you are. All guns, prepare. Depth check.
In the
Hard
harsh
right rudder.
white beam,
All ahead
U-405
flank.
is caught dead
Stand by
ahead.
to open fire.
There will be no escape this time.
Flooding everywhere. We can't stop it. She's breaking apart.
The charges tear into her hull. Compartments
Full speed
rupture.
ahead. All
Steel
gun crews,
groans.
battle stations.
Seawater rushes in. U-405 is finished.
Flares. They're signaling surrender.
It's the oldest language of the sea. The Germans fire flares not as weapons, but as a plea. They surrender. For the men of Borie,
Ceasefire.
the fight is over. Of 49 men who sailed on U-405,
Of 49 who sailed,
only 15
only
remain.
15
Their captain, Rolf Heinrich Hauptmann, among them. They clamber
Help us.
onto life rafts, adrift in the cold Atlantic, while their submarine slips beneath the waves forever. For Borie's crew, it feels like victory. For the men on the rafts, it is survival. But none can know the tragedy that still waits in the storm.
Over
the
here,
battle is
quickly,
done.
we are coming.
The Germans have surrendered.
Yeah.
Now comes the duty every sailor knows.
Over here.
Rescue the enemy, because at sea, even foes are men.
Flare astern. Torpedo in the water.
In the chaos, mercy becomes impossible.
Stand by,
Believing
guns, and
another
depth charges.
U-boat lurks nearby,
Hard to
Hutchins orders a
starboard.
desperate maneuver. It saves Borie from the phantom torpedo, but seals the fate of the German survivors. The sea swallows them. Not a single
In one
man
night,
of
49 souls were erased from the
405
Atlantic.
remains. In one night, an entire crew, 49 souls, is erased from the Atlantic. But Borie herself is dying. The ramming, the gunfire, the storm, her thin hull is torn apart. Seawater floods compartment after compartment. Pumps fail, turbines groan. No matter how hard her crew fights, the ocean wins. By November 2nd, it is over. With her crew evacuated, USS Borie is scuttled by friendly hands. Torpedoes from USS Borie send her to the deep, a proud ship gone forever.
Hold on,
Victory
men.
came
We'll
at a
get to
price.
him.
27 Americans never returned, most claimed not by enemy fire, but by the cruel sea itself. In the Atlantic, even triumph can taste like tragedy. Lieutenant Charles Hutchins would survive the war,
Lieutenant Charles
awarded the
Hutchins
Navy
would
Cross for
survive
his
the war.
courage. Chief Engineer Kenneth Lucas, too, honored for fighting the flood until the very end. But both men knew the true cost was carved into the waves that night. 2 ships entered that night, none returned. U-405, erased with all her men. USS Borie, sacrificed by her own navy. And between them, 76 souls lost to the storm. A victory, yes, but a victory steeped in tragedy. For his actions that night, Lieutenant Charles Harris Hutchins was
Lieutenant
awarded the
Hutchins,
Navy Cross, the
for your
second highest
extraordinary
decoration
heroism
for valor in
in
the
action
United States
against an
Navy.
enemy of-
He was just 30 years old, commanding a ship nearly as old as himself. Yet he led her into one of the strangest battles of the war. Chief Engineer Kenneth Lucas, who fought the flooding until his men could fight no more, was honored as well. And across the crew of Borie, many names would be remembered for courage shown in the storm. The clash of USS Borie and U-405 has been called many things: reckless, desperate, unbelievable. But above all, it was human. In an age of radar and torpedoes, it came down to sailors, firing pistols, throwing shell casings, and wielding kitchen knives across heaving decks. Historians would later call it a knife fight in a phone booth. And they were right. It was close, chaotic, and utterly without escape. But victory carried a heavy price. 49 Germans lost, 27 Americans gone, and 2 ships erased from the sea. It is a reminder that in war, even triumph can come wrapped in tragedy. USS Borie and U-405, 2 ships that no longer exist, but whose battle stands as a testament. In war, even the vast ocean can become a phone booth, where there is no room to retreat.